So now let's move into the while command. The while command is somewhat of a cross between the if then statement and the for loop. The while command allows you to define a command to test and then loop through a set of commands for as long as the defined test command returns a zero exit status. It tests the test command at the start of each iteration. When the test command returns a non-zero exit status, the while command stops executing the set of commands. So now let's look into basics of while format. So the test command is defined in the while command is the exact same format as in if then statement. Okay, so while, and then after that you will have a test command. It is similar to if then statement. Then as in the if then statement, you can use any normal bash shell command, or you can use the test command to test for conditions such as variable values. Then the key to the while command is that the exit status code of the test command specified must change based on the commands run during the loop. If the exit status never changes, the while loop will get stuck in an infinite loop. So if you at least know Python or some other language, you would make some sense out of what I was speaking. Okay. Then the most common use of test command is to use brackets to check a value of shell variable that is used in the loop commands. And the while command defines the test condition to check for each iteration. For example, you can take an example here. So var1 is our variable and 10 is the value that is assigned to our variable, what variable, and then while is a keyword. Then after that we need a test command or a condition. So for that, the condition expression that we have taken is if is not there, so var1 greater than 0, that's the condition. Now the while loop stops when the test condition is no longer true. So that is the reason I have compared test command. I have compared the while loop is a cross of if then statement and then for loop. Here you have a condition, if similar kind of if condition, and then after that you have a loop. So both, but this loop will run until this condition is satisfied, until this condition's exit status code is 0. If it is non-zero, the loop will be broken, and then the loop will be broken, and then it will come out of the loop, and it will be done. So that's how here it is, one example that we have taken. So now let's take one, let's do one exercise with a simple example. Yep. So vim 60 while dot sh. So this is the simple example. As usual, it starts with shebang and bin bash, the shell, and after that, the first module is while command test. So in while command test, variable one, the same example that we have mentioned in our slide, I've taken the same example. So 10 is the value which is assigned to the variable one, and then from here our while loop starts. While is a keyword, and after that we have taken a conditional expression. Obviously, then expression would be put in square brackets. We have discussed this in our previous modules. So condition is variable 1 greater than 0. If this condition is satisfied, the exit status code would be 1. If this condition is correct, it is 1, or else it would be 0. That's what happens. Now if it is satisfied, if variable 1 is greater than 0, in this case, if variable 1 is greater than 0, then it will go to the next stage. That's what the whatever commands that you have mentioned in do, that's what, if it is satisfied, then do the following things. The following things is, first echo the variable, and then next you have to set up a expression in such a way that you keep on iterating to the next step or next level, or else it will stuck in an infinite loop. That's very important. That's very, very important to set up a condition, to set up an expression, to iterate a step up or a step down, whatever it may be. Okay, and then finally done. So let's see what is the output that we will get from it. So but before that, let's give permission for this. So o plus x, and then our file is 60 file. Okay, it's done. Let's execute the file and see what's gonna happen. Sorry, here it is. Start at 10, then the next iteration 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And once it reaches 1, so 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1 would be 0. So 0 is not greater than 0. So the exit status code is 0. So it's in that loop, in that condition. So it's no more valid, no more, it is not implying with the condition, so it will come out of the loop. So that's what had happened here. So now we will look into using multiple test commands. How can we use that with the while loop? So the while command allows you to define multiple test commands on the while statement line itself. Let's see how can we do that. But before that, the important point to be noted is only the exit status of the last test command is used to determine when the loop stops. This can cause some interesting results if you are not careful. So here is an example. The following is an example that what I am trying to mean. So here, if you take var1 is equals to 10. So while now echo var1, that's one condition. Now I am adding one more condition. That's a var1 greater than 0, and then so two things, this one and then this, and then finally echo this is inside the loop. Then there is a nested uh, condition. Then after that, inside we gave expression, inside the nesting we gave an expression that will iterate one step up or down. So here it is bringing it down one step down. So the first test simply displays the current value of the var1 variable. Here, this is the first test. It simply displays the current value of the var1 variable. The second test, this is the second test. The second test uses brackets to determine the value of var1 variable inside the loop. So an echo statement displays a simple message indicating that the loop was processed. So while the while loop executed the echo statement when the var1 variable was equal to 0 and then decreased the var1 variable value. So next, the test commands were executed for the next iteration. So the echo test command was executed displaying the value of the var1 variable, so which is now less than 0. So it's not until the shell executes the test command, so that the while loop terminates. So now what will we do? We will demonstrate this. Then you will get a more clarity. This demonstration that in a multi-command while statement. So all the test commands are executed in each iteration, including last iteration where the last test command fails also. That's what the point to be noted. So be careful of this. Another thing to be carefully consider is how you specify the multiple test commands. Note that each test command is on a separate line. Each test command must be on a separate line. So let me clear the screen. Vim, and then we'll do one more example. So this is the simplest example that we have taken in the previous case, but adding uh, a similar example that we have taken what we have taken in the uh, previous case, but here we have added one more condition. Nothing else. We have added one more condition that you can see here. So that's the second condition that we have added. So this time, this echo, this is going to be printed, and then every time this is going to be taken one step down. Okay, let's get out from here and chmod o plus x and 61.file.sh. So 61, yes, that's it. This is what I'm talking about. We have two condition. Even after, because of this two condition, even after 0 there is one more calculation. That's what happens. That's why I told you to focus it more on this part so that you can have a clarity if you run 2. Okay, so next thing we are going to run is vim 6 2 commands.sub. So this is a little complicated one. So first, as usual, shell information, then echo welcome environment variable user. Here in this case it's a root, and then host name. Then after that just echo normal one. Then free RAM, free RAM, and then gripping the information whatever that you want, and then load uptime. We want only uptime, so this is the one which we want to print, and then root free. So df basically the information, and out of which we are gripping dev sda1 information, and then awk is the another command we put in that pipeline. So after that, the most important thing, all these variables, all this free ram, load, root free, all these variables we are printing. So just it's a normal exercise, just a fun task. That's it. It's not specifically related to the while. Okay, let me give chmod, and then o plus x and 6 2, yes, and then let me execute the file. Here it is. So available free RAM is 7109 MB. Of course, that's correct. And current load average is 0100, and free root partition size is this much. Okay, that is missed. Okay, this is how you can filter using a grep command the exact information that you want from the commands that you have given using the script.